Welcome, everyone, to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something called Gluco Extend. And look, I always do my homework for these sessions, you know that. But sometimes you just try something and it clicks. For me, Gluco Extend, it's been genuinely fantastic. My energy's way more even, those afternoon energy dips. Basically, a thing of the past. Honestly, if you're curious at all, I really think you should check out the link we've put in the description. They've got some special pricing right now. Definitely worth a look.
Absolutely. And our aim today is to explore why Gluco Extend seems to be standing out.
Yeah.
We're looking at reports, reviews, user feedback, trying to understand the science and the real-world impact.
Exactly. There's definitely a lot of chatter about it, and it sounds like it's really clicking for a whole lot of people.
Mm.
So let's start right there. What actually is Gluco Extend? What's the basic idea?
Okay, so Gluco Extend is essentially a dietary supplement. It's formulated with quite a few natural ingredients, reports say over 11. The main goal is supporting healthy blood glucose levels.
Mm.
But the key difference is it aims to do this by working with your body's natural systems, metabolism, insulin function, that kind of thing, not like a purely synthetic fix.
Right, working with the body. And it's not just a handful of people trying it, is it? I saw some numbers that seemed pretty big.
That's right. The figures we've seen from around March 2025 suggest over 30,000 people have actually made it part of their daily routine. So yeah, that level of use points to some significant interest for sure.
Okay, so natural ingredients, quite a lot of users. How is it supposed to actually, work inside the body? What's the mechanism?
It seems to take a few different angles. So
Yeah.
it has ingredients like Momordica charantia, that's bitter melon, and also cinnamon cassia. These are thought to help the body actually metabolize glucose better. What's really interesting about bitter melon is that studies suggest it has compounds that can kind of act a bit like insulin, helping cells take up glucose.
Oh, wow. So helping get the sugar out of the blood and into the cells where it's needed.
Precisely. And then the cinnamon cassia, that's believed to enhance how well your own insulin works,
Right.
making it more effective.
So it's hitting it from both sides, helping process glucose and improving insulin's job. Makes sense.
Exactly. And there's more. It also includes Lagerstromia speciosa or banaba leaf. This contains something called corosolic acid. Research points to corosolic acid potentially improving insulin sensitivity, basically making your cells more responsive to insulin signals.
Okay, interesting.
And for anyone struggling with, those really annoying sugar cravings, there's Gymnema Sylvestre in there. They actually call it the sugar destroyer.
Ah, I love that name, Sugar Destroyer.
Right. It's thought to reduce how much sugar you absorb from your food and maybe even dull those cravings. And when you put all that together, better metabolism, better insulin function, fewer cravings, the idea is you get more stable blood sugar, which means more consistent energy, potentially better cardiovascular health. It's about creating a more balanced internal state for the long run.
That sounds really comprehensive.
It aims to be. And, if this multifaceted approach sounds like something that could help you, remember that link in the description. It's a great place to check for current deals.
Good reminder.
Hmm.
Okay, let's zoom in a bit more on these ingredients. You mentioned bitter melon, cinnamon, the Sugar Destroyer. What else is in this powerhouse blend?
Well, besides the ones we've touched on, the bitter melon for glucose uptake, cinnamon for insulin function, gymnema for cravings, there's also deglycerinated licorice. Now, this form of licorice is included more for supporting digestion and helping balance metabolism overall.
Okay, so supporting the whole system.
Yes. Then there's banaba leaf with that corosolic acid we mentioned for insulin sensitivity. And Morris SPP, which is mulberry extract. Mulberry is thought to slow down how quickly carbohydrates are broken down and absorbed, so potentially helping to avoid those big blood sugar spikes right after you eat.
Ah, the post-meal crash problem.
Exactly. It also contains alpha-lipoic acid,
Hmm.
or ALA. That's a really potent antioxidant, but it also seems to play a role in how the body uses insulin and can help reduce oxidative stress, which is often linked to blood sugar issues.
Antioxidant support, too. That's great.
And finally, there's juniper berry. Traditionally, it's been used to support kidney health and detoxification. Healthy kidneys are important for overall balance, which indirectly impacts blood sugar regulation too. So you see, it's not just one ingredient doing one thing. It's really about how they all work together synergistically.
It really is impressive how they've combined these natural elements. Okay, so the science sounds solid, the ingredient combination looks smart, but what are people actually saying? What are the real-world results? I know my experience, but what's the bigger picture from users?
The feedback seems overwhelmingly positive, actually. We mentioned over 30,000 users, and reports cite over 30,672 success stories shared. A really common theme is people saying, I tried other things, and they didn't really work long term, but this did. Often mentioning it feels like a more natural way to regulate things without drastic diet changes or side effects.
That resonates so much with me. It didn't feel harsh, just effective, like my body was getting back into balance. What specific benefits keep coming up?
The ones you hear again and again are definitely more stable energy, fewer highs and lows, a significant reduction in cravings, especially for sugary stuff, and of course more stable blood sugar readings on their monitors. And quite a few people mentioned other positive effects too, like finding it easier to manage their weight, or just generally feeling better, more vibrant day to day.
Yes. The energy and the cravings were huge for me. It's fantastic to hear that's common. Do we have some specific examples, like real people's stories?
We do. There's Mark D. He's 57 from Houston. He described his blood sugar as a total roller coaster before. Nothing seemed to provide lasting stability. He reported that with Gluco Extend, his energy evened out, his glucose levels normalized, and he actually lost 20 pounds in about 3 months.
Wow, 20 pounds. That's significant.
Then there's Linda T., 49, from Denver. She was apparently pre-diabetic, a bit skeptical at first, but she said her cravings just vanished within 2 weeks. And after 4 months using it, she reported her blood sugar was back in the normal range, no longer pre-diabetic.
That's incredible. Reversing a pre-diabetic state naturally.
Yeah.
Any others?
Sure. Jason M., 61, Miami. He mentioned relying heavily on caffeine and sugar, leading to the usual crashes and weight gain. Gluco Extend apparently gave him steady energy. Those cravings disappeared. He lost 15 pounds and got his best blood sugar readings in years.
It sounds like it addresses that whole energy craving cycle.
It seems to for many. Also, Sarah P., 42, Phoenix. Family history of diabetes. Started seeing early signs, those post-meal crashes. She said those crashes were gone in 3 weeks, and after 5 months, her blood sugar was consistently stable. And Michael R., 54, Chicago. He was dealing with weight gain, spikes, feeling sluggish. After 2 months, he reported sugar cravings gone, losing belly fat, no more needing afternoon naps, and glucose under control.
The energy boost seems almost universal.
It's a very common report.
Yeah.
One more. Donna W., 66, Seattle. She was feeling tired, overweight, and her doctor was considering increasing her medication. With Gluco Extend, she said no more dizzy spells, no sweet cravings, and after 4 months, her doctor actually reduced her medication dose.
That is amazing. Reducing medication. These stories are really compelling.
They really paint a picture of the potential impact. And again, if these stories resonate with you, maybe it's time to look into it for yourself. That special pricing link is right there in the description.
Definitely powerful stuff. It sounds like it's not just about numbers on a meter, but really improving how people feel. So beyond user reviews, what about expert opinions? How is Gluco Extend viewed more broadly?
Well, it's worth noting, it reportedly holds a 5-star rating based on a very large number of reviews, over 127,000 as of April 2025. That suggests really high user satisfaction. From a professional standpoint, experts often appreciate the blend of natural ingredients targeting multiple pathways involved in glucose metabolism. It's seen as a comprehensive approach.
Right, not just focusing on one single thing.
Exactly. Of course, the standard advice applies. Supplements like this tend to work best alongside a healthy diet and some regular exercise. It's part of a bigger picture.
A holistic approach makes sense.
And we've seen mentions of healthcare professionals, even endocrinologists, noting positive feedback from patients who use it, reporting better energy, improved well-being, alongside better glucose management. When compared to other supplements, Gluco Extend's strength seems to be that comprehensive natural formula versus maybe single ingredient options or synthetic alternatives.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, crucial questions. Safety, legitimacy. What do we know about where and how Gluco Extend is made?
Good question. The information indicates it's manufactured in the United States in facilities that are FDA registered and GMP certified. GMP means good manufacturing practices, so that points to high quality control standards.
That's reassuring. FDA registered and GMP certified.
Yes. And importantly, because it's popular, there's a risk of counterfeit products out there. So the strong recommendation is to only purchase it directly from the official website. That's goglucoextend.com. Buying directs ensures you get the genuine product. And we've made sure to put that official link right in our description for you often. That's where you'll find the best pricing and any current discounts too.
Okay, official website only. Got it. What about side effects?
Generally, user reports suggest it's well tolerated, with no significant side effects commonly mentioned. Of course, individual results can vary. It also usually comes with a money-back guarantee, sometimes 60 days, sometimes reported as 180 days, which offers a safety net for people wanting to try it out.
A guarantee is always good to see. Okay, so wrapping this up then, if we boil down everything we've looked at, what's the main takeaway on Gluco Extend?
Well, based on the extensive user reviews, the specific ingredient profile, and the reported expert feedback, Gluco Extend comes across as a highly rated natural supplement. Many people seem to find it genuinely helpful for supporting healthier blood sugar levels, boosting their energy, managing cravings, and just generally feeling better overall. The multi-ingredient natural approach seems to be its key strength.
And I have to add, from my own experience, I absolutely second that. It's made a noticeable positive difference for me, especially with energy and just feeling more balanced. So if you're out there listening and thinking about natural ways to support your blood sugar and maybe get that energy back, I really do encourage you. Click the link in the description, learn more about Gluco Extend, and definitely check out the special pricing they have running.
It certainly seems like a promising option worth considering for natural support in that area.
So maybe the final thought is this. Could something natural like Gluco Extend be the key for you to feel more in control of your blood sugar, your energy levels? Think about what you could do, what you could achieve with more steady energy and fewer of those disruptive cravings. Something to consider, right? Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive today.